This your boy Hustle's Home, and I'm back with another one. And today we're going to talk about this Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation, man. I don't really understand it. You know what I mean? Like, because the energy from all three parties is weird as I don't know what. Like, it's really weird because, you know, you got Chris Rock doing his thing as a comedian. You got Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, whom whenever it popped off, whenever the slap heard across the world popped off, everybody, included everybody and their mama, was under the assumption that these two people was husband and wife that was together. And there was some kind of conversation between Will Smith and Chris Rock that Will had probably told him, like, yo, back off my lady, you know? Because back in 2018 or 16, something like that, he got on the stage and talked about them before. You know, he called them irrelevant. He was like, nobody invited you to the Oscars type deal, and called her, you know, started talking crazy about her. I think he cracked on the alopecia and all that right there. You know, if anybody have a woman out there, you know, I'm sure Jada Pinkett was once in a lifetime one of the finest women on the planet back in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I think that her appearance to her is very important. And whenever she started, I mean, I'm gonna assume that she was losing her hair to alopecia. I don't know. I don't really know these niggas as actors. I don't know where they lying or telling the truth. But in a nutshell, to a woman that's beautiful like this, I'm assuming that her image is very important to her. And if her ailment has anything to do with her not having hair or whatever, what may have you, she's probably comfortable with it before. But I'm quite sure in the beginning, in the early stages, she needed a shoulder to cry on. And this is just an assumption for me because I don't know this woman. You know what I'm saying? But the shoulder to cry on would have been Will Smith. You know, so behind closed doors, we don't really know. So I'm only making an assumption. You know, I'm not really. I ain't a cousin or nothing. You feel me? So I don't know. I don't talk to Will Smith. But I know that image is a lot as far as like modern women and wearing makeup and all that. You know, their image is something. So whenever you talking about something like that to a man's wife, it has the triggers. If you are a man that have any masculine energy whatsoever, you gonna feel some type of way when a man talking crazy about your lady. You know what I'm saying? To me, I felt like the smack was justified, and I 100% shake my hand type shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute, boom. All right, but the public opinion, this was a display of toxic masculinity, you know? So whenever Will Smith displayed toxic masculinity, the world went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got banned from the Oscars for some years. You know what I'm saying? He put his neck on the line. He lost some deals. I wish I would have looked it up before I made this video. He lost some deals. He had to come out and publicly kind of like apologize to the world about the shit. Like, he had to really swallow his pride. And the thing about masculinity and being a man, like, pride is a driver. You know what I'm saying? Pride is something that a man pretty much kill you over. Like, people call it embarrassing. Some people call it embarrassing, maybe, but pride is there. Pride will get you killed out here. And he had to swallow it and publicly apologize about what happened. And I don't believe he should have done that, because to me, he took his tail. You know what I'm saying? And after that, some time after that, Jada Pinkett she's now dropping the book, and now she's taking all these interviews, and then she airing out they dirty laundry, talking about they ain't been together for a while. And she was surprised when Will Smith smacked this dude, and she was shocked when he called her his wife or whatever and all that. Like, that type of shit right there, man. Like, she's further embarrassing this man. And I think it's for clout, though. I really think it's for clout, though. I really think this display of feminism, this toxic fucking feminism, it's for clout. Tupac's murderer just got caught. She got a book coming out. Everybody know this lady's infatuation with a nigga that died in 95 type shit. Damn near 27, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got this weirdo obsession of a dude that she probably wouldn't be with today if he was alive. You know, like, in my mind, like, cause they wasn't, like, Will Smith and Jada was married when Tupac was alive. Like, that's how long they been married. So, like, this soulmate, this bullshit that she talking, man, like, in my opinion, bro, this is a clout chase, you know? And for Will Smith to sit there and participate in red table talks and bullshit, that it made me feel like, at first I was like, okay, he doing that to please his wife or whatever. But if they want together, this whole shit to me is a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam to me, man. It's a scam. And like the title of the video say, you know, toxic feminism versus toxic masculinity. Why I come up with that is because, like, toxic feminism there's a hip hop parade for toxic feminism, but they lambasting the motherfucker displaying masculinity, masculine energy. He got on that stage and smacked that man in public for his lady, what he thought was his lady, but unbeknownst to America, they wasn't even together. If you let his wife tell it, and I feel like if his wife feel like they wasn't together, then, Will, what is you doing, bro? I don't know. Leave this woman, bro. Leave this woman. She is not your wife. That's Tupac's wife, B. Y'all raised these kids, bro. Y'all raised these two little this dude and this girl, this weird ass little family. Like, I feel like this whole, like, Will Smith behind closed doors to me seemed like a feminine ass man, bro. Like, the way his son, the way his daughter the way they carried themselves. They like little weirdos, like, grew up in this super liberal household, man. Like, that's one thing, man, with us black people, man. We gotta get away from the Democratic Party, man. At first I wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you should have the freedoms to vote however you want to vote. But simply, like, to me, man, like, I'm purple. Like, if I was to fly any political flag, I'm like purple, but I'm like, no, I'm maroon, because I'm more, the older I get, the more conservative I get, you know, because I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get why, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get what the conservative message is, like what we trying to conserve. Well, I'm not saying we, because I feel like how I vote on what's beneficial to my family and what's beneficial to myself. I don't care. Like I said, I voted for Obama and I voted for Bush. You feel me? When I was in the Navy, I voted for George Bush, you know, because at the time he was giving military people money. He boosted our medical and all that. Like, so I don't have a side, but I'm on the side with masculinity, bro. Like, we got to get rid of this shit, bro. Like, we got to stop. I feel like, in my opinion, this super liberal feminine agenda that's crossover into the male space, when we was raised by toxic masculine, when our society was raised by masculinity, it wasn't an uber sexual fucking, like, kids wasn't desensitized to, like, uber sexual activity, like the TV. Like, there is no women on TV. Like if you look at all the female black rappers. Look at all the female rappers, bro. Like, why we can't have a situation to where, as black people, especially as black females, like, why we can't have a person that's like Michelle Obama, in the light, in the limelight as far as hip hop. Why we can't let like a Shay Nior or somebody or a Rhapsody be the head of female hip hop? She can really rap. Like these people really are talented and they act like women. They don't act like whores. It's like they blend. It's like the women. I'm saying black women because I'm a black man. That's all I really care about. Who doing what? I don't. It's none of my business what white women doing. It's none of my business what Mexican women doing. It's none of my business what Chinese women doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm speaking specifically about black people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no real. When did we start taking over? Like when we start like celebrating this horror, this prostitute like energy. You know what I'm saying? Like our women, like where's the Serena Williams of the world that's out here teaching regular black kids, regular black females feminine energy, but not like, she ain't dressed like no hoe. She not out here talking about super sexual stuff like Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff is polluting our children, bro. And I feel like we need to stop this shit, bro. We definitely need to stop because it ain't hurting nothing but our families. It ain't hurting. You don't see no Mexicans out here talk about no single independent. We done got, our women done got so attached to the liberal homosexual agenda. They really think that they're better off without us. Like we as black men got to raise our children properly, bro. Both male and female, man. There ain't no way, ain't no such thing as no independent Asian woman. Ain't no such thing as no strong, independent freaking Mexican woman. You know, ain't like, and then you got the white women, the married ones is not no strong, independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Our culture is the only culture got to deal with this. And then we got basically the Cosbys of the black reality doing shit like this. And it's all because of, in my opinion, it's all because Will Smith he don't got the respect. He don't got the respect of his wife, bro. He don't got the respect of his wife, and the feminist goes wild. They cheering her. They cheering her on. This is not, first of all, none of our business. Second of all, like, where's the communication? Like, who are they not communicating with each other? I've been accused of toxic masculinity, because I'm a man's man, pause. You know what I'm saying? I do man shit. I deliver myself as if I were a man. I ensure that my son delivers himself as if he were a man. Ever since he turned about 13, 14, I've been telling him, bro, you closer to a man than you are a boy. And I make sure that I teach my son about manhood. I ensure that I teach my daughters about how a man should treat them and how they should treat men. Like, on some real stuff, bro. What's wrong with the family, man? What's wrong with the family dynamic where the man is the head of the household? The woman can help. Like, God dang, like you have your roles. The woman can help. But as far as the society, as far as the public, I don't know. I don't want to sit here and rant, but we got to stop all this feminine energy shit, bro. Like, we got to stop it, bro. We can't have too much of nothing. It can't be too much masculinity. It can't be too much feminism. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out. We got to turn over a new leaf. We need a new political party or something, because I feel like it's all politics, bro. I'm going to just keep it hot. Because whenever there's a election cycle, there's a something that they push. First it was police brutality. We don't even hear about police brutality as if it got fixed. You know what I'm saying? Now it's this bullshit feminism, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And women, listen, you don't even want to lead, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you, through experience, this is an experience of mine. Once upon a time, I failed my family. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never told nobody this. The only person I ever told this was my therapist. But I'm good enough now to actually share this with the world. Once upon a time, I failed my family, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ended up with no place to stay as far as like no crib for my family. And we ended up having to live with my wife's mom and shit. You know what I'm saying? And one day, my wife's mom's boyfriend came up to me and he told me I had to leave. He was like, your family can stay, but you gotta leave. And at first, I was mad. I think I was about 24, 23, 24, my early 20s. I was pissed off at first, and when I was driving, I ain't had nowhere to go. This is what clicked to me. I ain't had nowhere to go. I drove to my mama's house, boom, all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina, Newport News, Virginia. 5-hour drive. Drove home, boom. Talked with my mom. My mom was like, yeah, you could stay, but you need to get your family back. And I'm like, you know, and I feel like when we had that conversation, in my mind, like, I was done. Like, me and my wife was going through some stuff, and like, I felt like she lost respect for me for the simple fact that I never talked to her about it. I'm assuming that she lost respect for me when I put us in that situation where we had nowhere to stay. So whenever I'd call home, the conversation was real different. The energy was real different. She asked me for a divorce, and I fell back on it. I kind of like was on some shit like, nah, I don't really want to get no divorce type shit. And luckily we held through. You know, my kids came to, and that summer, I think it was like 2010. Eventually, long story short, I started going to school, started getting paid to go to school. I moved down to North Carolina. Boom. Got us a crib, but I didn't work. So I was getting paid to go to school under the GI Bill from the military, right? So if anybody's doing that, that's really not enough money to raise no family. And it's not meant to raise your family, for real. But I was taking care of some of the bills, you know, but I wasn't the head of the household. Like, I used to smoke cigarettes back in the day. I used to have to ask her for money, you know what I'm saying, to smoke cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, ask her money for beer, ask her the money to go to the club and all that. And one day, man, like, I took a look in the mirror, man, and I just felt disgrace to myself. Like, I had a flashback of my pops. You know what I'm saying? I had a flashback. Like, I kept accusing my wife of cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, because on the inside, I'm like, yo, I don't even know why she got me here, you know? And I felt so less of a man. I fell into a depression, bro. Look, I never told nobody I was depressed about this shit, bro. I fell into a depression. I went in the mirror. I went in the bathroom one day, took a look in the mirror, and just shook my head and was like, this can't be me. So I eventually got up, got my shit together. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, boom, got a house. You know what I'm saying? Fix my shit simply. That's the worst time of our marriage is when I put that woman who I swore before the universe, before God, before Allah, before however you do it, I promised her that I would take care of her for the rest of her life. And when I failed to do that, when I she held me down, I give my wife full credit. It took I think it was like 9 or 10 months. You know what I'm saying? She held it down, but it was like a lot of stuff going on with that, like unhappy. She asked me to leave one time, like, and I was on some shit, like, cause she felt like she didn't need me anyway. And I heard a man say this shit, and niggas will be like, oh, it's cause she didn't love you, you know. And I heard this: women can't love unconditionally, you know. Men can, but it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. If you cannot get respect from your woman, if your woman don't respect you, she gonna leave or she gonna totally disrespect you. She gonna totally disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the case. This is the case. She don't respect Will Smith, bro. Long story short, looked in the mirror, got my shit together. Boom. Our family. Boom. Now, 10 years later, 13 years later, I love my wife. My wife and I are best friends. And my like literally, we sit on the edge of the bed. We get off home from work. We sit on the edge of the bed. We got 2 chairs on the edge of the bed, and we literally talk to each other Monday through Thursday every single day until we pass. Like I fall asleep on the chair, wake up at 11 o'clock at night, gotta get up and take a shower. You know what I'm saying? Get in bed and go to work. You know, but with that being said, man, like, come on, man. We gotta be better, man. We gotta be better as people. We gotta be better at, like, we gotta get rid of this, like, super feminine energy. It's not healthy for the world. It's not, like, it's only going on in these European countries, bro. It's something that we gotta do, especially as black men. We gotta step up, bro. We cannot, I heard a man talking about something, what I look like, paying all the bills. You look like a man, G. You look like a man. And all these dudes out here with this feminine energy, the women are like, nigga, they don't respect you, man. You can look on social media. You can look everywhere, man. They don't respect y'all, bro. They don't respect y'all. They don't respect y'all because y'all are not respectable. But I mean, a lot of these dudes got their mama last name. You feel me? A lot of these dudes got their mama last name. A lot of these dudes is raised by women. So in 2023, as men, we have to be there to raise our children. It's gonna literally end the world. They're literally controlling the population, bro. And I don't want to get put no tin hat, no aluminum hat on. But like, come on, what are you thinking? What do you think this LGBT movement is for? They tried it with the virus. Now, they at one point in time, what point are we just gonna get together as men and be men? You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody loves. Listen, everybody loves a man, as far as like a masculine man, bro. You just gotta control your energy, man. I may be wrong, but this is just how I feel. Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, either you need counseling. Sorry, I said canceling. Y'all need to go to counseling, or Will, you need to get out of there, bro. You gotta get out of there. Gotta get away from this woman, man. This woman is destroying you, bro. Like, you can put up all the Instagram, the unbothered. You know how I know you bothered? You took the comments off your social media, brother. Get out of there, man. Either get out of there or y'all go to counseling, man. Her obsession with Tupac, it's gotta be a clout chase. She got a book coming out. It gotta be a clout chase, bro. Cause she was with Tupac, what, in 93, 94 type shit. She married Will in 95. So I don't know what's going on, man. But I mean, that's my 2 piece. That's my 2 cents, bro. That's my 2 cents. You don't gotta like it. I don't really care if nobody like what I'm saying. I feel if you got anything to ask me, anything to share, put it in the comments. You know, black men, we got to get it together, man. We got to get it together. We got to win our women back. Bro. I heard a black man today say he preferred white women. Why? Why we live in a world where people prefer the other, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on on X at it's HAD the Hustler on X, but it's gonna pop up if you type in Hustle's Home. HAD the Hustler definitely pop up, and on Instagram it's Hustle's Home. And if you want to support the Cash App, you know, it's also $ Hustle's Home. I'm gonna try to make more videos. The reason why I cut the interview short because I couldn't For some reason, my bit rate was messing up. I just now fixed this. This video is my first video I made since my bit rate was messing up, and I fixed it. So I'm gonna call the people that I canceled, because I canceled like three interviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call these people back, and I'm gonna schedule these interviews probably next year. I'm gonna schedule them for next year because I'm gonna get a better camera. Because I believe like what's going on with my stuff is I'm recording off my phone. I got I'm live streaming with the software within the software within the software. You know what I'm saying? Like it's probably taking up a lot of. My computer's powerful enough to where it should be able to handle it. But I think like it's doing good now. But if I stream, the bit rate plummets. So I got to figure that out. Thanks for the support, everybody. I'm definitely gonna make more videos. That's all I gotta say, man. One more thing, black men, brothers, we gotta get it together, man. We gotta get it together. It doesn't matter. We need our women, black women. You need us. We need each other, because at the same time, nobody else is gonna help us. We are the only ones who's gonna help us. We gotta stop killing each other, and we gotta stop disrespecting each other, bro. We gotta change this music. We gotta change. We gotta do everything, because they're destroying. We're destroying ourselves. We're imploding, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Salute.